Hello everybody, it's Chris. This is not the video I intended to shoot today. I intended to take you to the Can-Am Bridge in Pennsylvania today, but I think our trip's going to be disrupted. I had a problem on startup. We'll see if it gets replicated now. Turn it on. Mode button. Parking brake. Let's start it up. That is not the startup that I got when I started up. Let's talk about it. So the Can-Am Bridge is an incredible place to visit. It's about 2.5 hours south of Niagara Falls. I'm gonna lower this windscreen. It's a little foggy right now, but it's going to be beautiful today. The sun's already up and this fog will burn off quickly. I planned on being on the road at 7:30, 7:15 now, and we'd get there. I'd stop for breakfast probably in Elegantville. But anyway, I started up this morning and I recorded it on the iPhone, so you saw at the very beginning. The whole thing blew up. I got a VSS fault. I got for the first time ever, an audible beep. I never had that happen before. And I wish I could have captured that, but it just happened right at the startup. And by the time I got my phone out to record it, you know, it didn't. I was hoping almost that it would replicate right now. But the Can-Am Bridge is a cool place. I'm going to take you there. We've been there before. I want to say last fall foliage season is the last time we've been there. It never gets old. It would have been a beautiful day to ride down there today. But now I'm gun shy. When it said limp mode, part of me thought, okay, is this whole trip going to be disrupted now? Am I going to have to limp this thing in slow motion to my dealer, which is 40 miles away, showed up unexpectedly when they open, and hope they can take me in? Sometimes they're busier than on some days than others, and maybe they could just take me right in. But obviously, if they started it up right now, there's no issue there. You saw the VSS fault codes that I got. I never saw any of those codes before, so I don't know. Part of me is thinking, Chris, go for it, but the Can-Am Bridge is in the middle of nowhere. If something happens down there, if I lose, battery power down there and I have to limp mode home from the Can-Am Bridge, that would be just a complete disaster. I will tell you that the Spyder has been on the trickle charger in the garage for the past, I want to say 3 days. I haven't ridden it for the past 3 days. And I've got a little funny story to tell you regarding that. I've mentioned on a couple of my videos that I'm kind of semi-retired and I've got a part-time gig. A couple of you have asked me, hey, what do you do? What's the part-time gig? And I just don't want to get into that. The channel is very focused on the Spyder and our adventures. I don't want to turn this into something else, so I don't want to tell you what the part-time gig is. Just please forgive me. But this part-time gig that I have, notice no issues, no VSS faults. This is really making me want to turn around, go home, and pack up and head to the Can-Am Bridge. But part of the part-time gig that I've got involves going to a couple of conferences every year. And it just so happens that we had our fall conference in Niagara Falls past couple of days. So I haven't been riding the Spyder because I've been attending this conference. And on the first day of the conference, I'm walking to lunch with one of my colleagues, and this guy says, hey, Spyder Chris. And I thought, am I dreaming? How is that even possible? Now, I will tell you, I was at the Toronto Motorcycle Show back in February, and someone there recognized me, but one, it was a motorcycle show, and two, I was at the Can-Am exhibit. So I think it's more likely that I would be spotted, if that's such a thing, at a motorcycle show on the Can-Am exhibit than at this conference that I was at. But the guy, it turns out, is one of my regular viewers. He's a subscriber. Hello, Rex. And he just recognized me. And the next day, it was at the dinner hour, and you could see the mist from the falls there. The sun's coming up. It's shining on the mist there. Canadian skyline you see there. The next day, I have another sighting. A guy comes up to me and introduces himself, Charlie, and he says, I'm one of your, he doesn't have a Spyder, but he's considering getting one, and he watches the channel. And I thought, what are the odds of this? Now, I know I don't have an ND filter on the camera, so right now we're heading right into the sun. My guess is the video here is going to be terrible. I've got my windscreen, I'm sorry, my face shield open, so the audio is probably not perfect either, but I apologize for that. This is going to be a short video. Anyway, I got the biggest kick out of that because as you know, most of my video is this, which you're watching right now. We're riding the Spyder. You can't even see me. Occasionally, I'll do the Insta 360 shots, and you know, when I do that, you can't really see my face. And on rare occasions, I'll do like a selfie because I'm talking into the camera, but it's very rare. And so I was just very surprised that anybody would recognize me, but they did. So Rex and Charlie, thanks for reaching out, and thanks for watching. I sure do appreciate it. So this video is going to be a super short video. If you have any ideas on those fault codes, I'll also do some Googling, but the more and more that I'm riding and I'm not getting any pop-up VSS faults, I think I'm going to Kinzua Bridge. I think we're going to make that trip. But if you have any understanding of what happened, if you've heard that chirp before, it wasn't a chirp, it was like a beep. I think if I recall, it was one loud piercing beep, and the battery icon started flashing. So maybe because the Spyder hasn't been running and it's been on a trickle charger for 3 days, is it possible when I started up, I don't know, did something that triggered that, and now I'm good to go? I'll tell you what. Oh, geez. New Jersey. Figures. You know, I shot an eclipse video back in April of 24. It was a great video if you haven't seen it. And we're riding in downtown Niagara Falls, like watching the eclipse and all the activity in the falls, because the eclipse came directly over Niagara Falls, so it was kind of a big deal. And there were a couple of different people who were like pulled over in compromising spots on the roadways, taking videos of the eclipse, and they were from New Jersey. But I love New Jersey. Even people who drive like this, I love them, because we love everybody on this channel. Yeah, this is good. We're going 15 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour speed limit. Well, folks, I'll tell you what, I am gonna make that trek to Kinzua Bridge. The only thing that's gonna stop me is I'm gonna go home, put the GPS on, get the Spyder set up. Am I gonna have to pass this guy in the bike lane? Is that even possible? And we're gonna go for it. And the only thing that's gonna stop it is if when I start up the second time to go to Kinzua, the whole, he's gonna go through the stop sign. Good boy, good boy. And the only thing that's going to stop us is if I get that whole... I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. He's driving me crazy, too. So that guy ran a stop sign, passed on the right, and I'll be honest with you, I have sympathy for him. So if the dashboard lights up and I get the warnings again, then I'm not going to Kinzua. I'm heading to my dealer. But other than that, we're going to the Kinzua Bridge. You're going to love it. I'll tell you the story of the Kinzua Bridge on that video. It's going to be an adventure you're going to want to join me on. Hey everybody, so I got home from the Kinzua Bridge trip. We did go to Kinzua Bridge. I shot what I think will be a great video. I'm going to edit that this evening. Totally uneventful trip. The Spyder started up every time. No fault codes, no issues whatsoever. I get home, I pull my Spyder into my yard, pull the car out of the garage, go to start the Spyder up again, and sure enough, I get the beep, which is basically the same beep you get when you start the Spyder up, shut the Spyder off without turning the parking brake on. It's that same beep, but it's only one instead of like 20 of those chirps. I got the VSS fault codes again. I got the blinking orange, amber engine light flashing, as well as the limp mode warning. And I'm thinking now, oh my gosh, now I'm gun shy again. I plan on going on another adventure tomorrow, but we shall see. So if you've got any ideas on that, please let me know. Also, I've got a new helmet that I'm wearing. I referenced that in the Kanzua Bridge video, and I'm still getting, it's not helmet rash, but still getting that scalp edema head, if you will, as you can see right there. So we'll talk more about that in future videos, but thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.